Hi guys, Deb Acker here, back with another video. And today's video is all about the anxiety we get when we are waiting. Obviously right now it's around the election, but in general, right, there can be anxiety when we're waiting on a decision. We're waiting to hear about a job. We're waiting, if you're having challenges in a relationship and you're waiting to hear from your partner, right? And in an article I just did for Thrive Global, which the link will be below, I have a ton more suggestions, but in today's video I just want to focus on a couple suggestions that I have and a couple ideas I have around this topic that will really support you powerfully. So first and foremost, if you are new to this series, welcome. I'm an intuitive coach and I work mainly with women to help them to heal their past and heal their childhood patterns, specifically around abandonment and the abandonment that can show up when we have physically and or emotionally unavailable parents. And if you grew up in that environment, whether it was through divorce, through a loss, through addiction, and or just your parents working a lot, understand this environment sets us up for other people to be our source, right? And so, of course, our parents are already our source, right? They're providing us food, they're providing us love. Like, we don't have them, we perceive that we wouldn't survive, and a lot of times we might not, right? So understanding that. But more importantly than that, this environment sets us up for others to be our source, for others, either to make us happy or not to make us happy. And why this is because in part we are being conditioned that if they are around, if they show up for us, if they do something, if they give us one small crumb, we feel good, right? We feel good about ourselves. We feel good about that interaction. And if they don't, we don't feel good, right? And so a lot of times what ends up happening is we make others our source. And one of the biggest things that's occurring right now with everything that's going on in the election or with the election is we are making the results of that election our source, right? So we're like, okay, if so-and-so gets elected, I'll feel good. And if this other person doesn't get elected, I won't feel good, right? And it's so important that we start to come back to ourselves, that we start to really honor ourselves and really recognize that we and we alone are creating our reality, right? The government's not responsible for how you feel. Who's president's not responsible for how you feel. Your boss isn't responsible for how you feel. Your boyfriend or girlfriend isn't responsible for how you feel. No one but you is responsible for how you feel. And so what do you do when you're making someone else your source? A huge part of this, in addition to recognizing, okay, I and I alone create my reality, in addition to that, it's really coming back to you, really, and going, okay, what do I want right now? How am I feeling right now? How can I take care of this or take care of myself right now, right? Which I talk a lot about in the article I did for Thrive Global, right? But really starting to bring yourself back to you, bring yourself back to your choices and going, okay, like, what is it that I'm feeling right now? What do I want right now? What do I need right now? And how can I take care of myself and really return my energy to me? One of the simple things that I like to do and play with, it's a tool I learned a long time ago, but really to recycle your own energy through you. So it's like, I'll have more of me and I'll have more of me. And you just see your breath, your energy running through your body, and it's your energy. And it's like, oh, I'm noticing I'm focusing on that. I'm returning back to me, right? So obviously, in addition to self-care, in addition to managing your own energy and noticing, okay, I'm on social media or I'm watching the news and this is not making me feel good, right? The biggest thing is returning to you and starting to make yourself and your happiness and your decisions and how you run your life, you become your own source. So that is today's video. If you are enjoying this series, make sure you subscribe to my channel. It is always my goal to give you new awarenesses, new tools, new practices that will support you powerfully on your journey. The Thrive Global blog post will be below, as well as videos and additional tools that will support you. So until next time, I hope you have a great rest of your day, and I will look forward to seeing you soon.